So first is Bukidnon, Camiguin, Lanao del Norte, Misamis Occidental, Misamis Oriental. So the capital of the Bukidnon is Malaybagan City. The Camiguin is Mambahaw. Lanao del Norte is Ubud. Misamis Occidental is Oroquieta City. And the Misamis Oriental, the capital of Cagayan de Oro City. So Cagayan de Oro City is their regional center. So Bukidnon, the name Bukidnon means highlander or mountain builder. So this province is considered to be the food basket of the region, being the major producer of rice and corn. Products from plantations in the province also include pineapples, bananas, and sugarcane. So in Camiguin, known as the island of Born of Fire, is a pear-shaped volcanic island. The province is famous for its beautiful landscape, water attractions, historical and cultural background, and the famous sweet lanzones. In Lanao del Norte, the land of beauty and bounty. It is famously known as the home to waterfalls, lakes, valleys, and rich brackish water which yields the best crabs and seafood. In Misamis Occidental, the province is named after the early settlement of the Spaniards at the entrance to the Hanging Lake. The name Misamis is believed to have been derived from the Sudanese word kuyamis, which is a variety of coconut and staple food of the early settlers. Wow. Lastly is the Misamis Oriental. So it holds a verdant limestone forest. Another destination one will visit is the coral gardens of Misamis Oriental and this scuba diving site in the province, Duca Bay Resort in Medina. So how Cagayan de Oro gets its name? So Cagayan comes from either the Maranao or Maguindanao word Kaayahan or a Binugid word Kagayahan, both which means piece of shame or simply a shameful piece. This version has two versions. So the first version is ang mga Maranao or Maguindanao warriors ay nainis dahil he had come to attack Cagayan but were betrayed by their leader. Kanang gikuha sila gitaksilan sila silang leader gani. Then he had gone with a declaration of war to the Cagayan stronghold which was called Calabagbuhan. Then when they arrived at the place, he met the very beautiful daughter of the enemy chief and promptly lost his heart to her. And rather than wage war, he proposed marriage to her, which was accepted, and he settled down in Calabagbuhan to live with his lovely wife. Then his grandpa followers returned to Lake Lanao, but not before they had rechristened Calabagbuhan to Kaayahan. Then, another version or the second version is ang mga naninirahan sa Calabagbuhan were the surprise attack of Muslims after fashioning weapons of war and hiding in the mountain of wilderness captivity. Di-attack man sila no, di-surprise attack, pero ako ba natakuan man ng tatago. Then, the men were returned sa pinatake nilang mga lugar. Then, their chief, according to custom, went first to warn the Nordos to vacate Calabagbuhan immediately or suffer the consequences. Then, but as in the first version, he saw the daughter of the enemy chief. Then, who captured his heart na in love siya, na first love, siya na niya, na love at first sight. Then, thus he had to go and ask for her hand in marriage. Wala na niya, kasi siyempre na love at first sight siya, so di na niya pakawalan pa. Then, desiring to have such a powerful man for a son-in-law, the enemy chief agreed to give his daughter to him, who kaagad na gikuhan sila bagay, ipakasal dayon. Then, the others, upon hearing of such a happening, turned back in disgust and remembrance of such a shameful incident, changed the name of Kalambaguhan to Kagalkaan. It retired permanently to the mountain where they are now known as Bukidnon. So that's the story of how Cagayan de Oro got its name. So here in the northern Mindanao, in Cagayan de Oro City, have this poem, Panliban Habata. Please read.
Buwa huwa dagwat ka, nakalihay tanyagaw ka, nahadi ka tag-agala, na di ka tagmasinugaw. Ta sumakit sa uloro, na pinyagningagan ka, na di buyawas o hina, nagimha bukalindim, bahikiyan ni no paglagim, na iyan mo pakalimdimin. Sa yupayip sa tulungan, no tudog sa disalangin, daw kaya nagsakatulin. Daasim kumag-igway ka, na yan pamanhangkapin sa maningga, hamanggadin na daw ko magmalaki ka, na yan pamanpamulungin sa maaninag na bahandiya. Tadaman iyan din agid na daw man andi hidalan sa kuligaw buyawan no, nabanting tangkayangin sa hinulod no di baog, sigawas no di bayibig, buwa-buwa ti dugain.
So where is the Filipino translations of the poem?
Duyan ogoy bata ka, lumigaya ka anak ko, huwag kang mabalisa, huwag kang umiyak. At sumakit ulo mo at tuluyan ka ng magkasakit. Ako'y di matatahimik, ako'y di mapalagay. Ito'y tandaan mo, ito'y isaisip mo. Walang ibang gagawin kung di matulog. Matulog kang mabuti tulad ng hangin, mabilis kang lumaki. Balang araw ikaw ay lumaki na, yun ay hanapin. Mahalagang bagay iyong natagpuan. Kung ikaw ay magbibinata na, iyong hahanapin ang nagniningning na mga bagay. Sa gaanong katwiran kung ganito ang mangyari, iyong pagbutihin ang kalagayan mo at makakamtan mo na sa ama mo'y di makalaya, sa isang matanda di mapaghandaan. Duyan ogoy matulog ka na.
Okay, so as we can read the poem, it shows the mother love of his children. So it is a poem came from the province of Bukidnon, one of the largest provinces in northern Mindanao. So this poem is all about a mother and a child. So a mother who gives some advice and encouragement to her child to stay and continue the journey. So next is the Larangan, a Maranao epic by Mabel Code. So now, the Maranao epic, and the author of Mabel Code. So there was a king in a faraway kingdom in Mindanao who had two sons. The elder was Prince Magali, and the younger one was Prince Bantugan. At a very early age, Prince Bantugan had shown superior qualities over his older brother, Prince Magali. Their tutors would always tell their father that was very intelligent. He was a fast learner, even in the use of sword and bow and arrow. He possessed such great strength that he could subdue 3 to 5 men in hand-to-hand combat. The first indication that he would soon be a formidable soldier was seen when the single-handedly killed a big and ferocious crocodile that had killed several villagers. Then the villagers could not believe their eyes after the very short struggle. Ang kaning ferocious crocodile is nakapatay ang several na mga ilang mga tao gani. Then sa wala lang daw mga napatay ang Prince Batugan crocodile sa very struggle, very short struggle lang As years passed, Prince Bantugan reached his manhood. He became the kingdom's handler while soldiers. He always led their soldiers to the battlefield, and he always triumphed over their kingdom's enemies. His name became a word of mouth among the soldiers of the neighboring kingdoms. Soon, no kingdom ever dared to conquer or make war with their kingdom. No one would want to fight him. Peace and progress reigned in their kingdom because they had gained the respect and recognition of their neighbors. So, ang ilang kingdom is wala na yung gusto nga mo na gani ng paglaban na ni kay dito sa si Chris Matubalis na na gani siya pero well-known na siya baba gusto then when their father died of old age, his older brother Prince Nadali was named the new king. There were silent protests among the ranks and their people. They wanted Prince Batugan to be the new king. Even the ordinary people were one in saying that Prince Batugan was the better choice between the two princes. This did not bother Prince Batugan. We know that his brother was the legal heir to the throne, so Prince Madali was the first word. So ano nyo lang basta na ayaw magsuhon, magkumpit ka sa kwan kung sa ordinary people sa mga dato, magkumpit ka sa yaman, kung di sa imo dyan na sabtan. So sa ilang mo is same as a throne. Then my brother deserves to be a new king because he has studied how to run the government, he knows how to deal with foreign relations, and he has several good ideas on how we can improve the life of everyone. Sake of the ingon si Prince Batugan na kung do si Prince Madali deserve kung niya mag-new king kaya siyempre siya ang firstborn, then nag-study po siya para sa government kami makapag-uwi sa mga foreign kwan. So, the minister and the soldiers just noted an agreement. So, however, a rift ensured between Prince Bantugan and King Madali because Prince Bantugan was not only brave and strong, but very handsome too. Several beautiful women in the kingdom fell for him, even women whom his brother, King Madali, wanted for himself, surrendered themselves to Prince Bantugan's charm. So, enraged and envious, Prince Madali proclaimed an order. So, kahit ang mga bagay ni Prince Madali is nakapto naman yung Prince Bantugan kay Gwapo kayo siguro ni si Prince Bantugan. Then, so ingon din di lang siya kay strong and brave but also charmed hapon. So, I will want anybody talking to my brother, Prince Bantugan. Anyone who is seen talking to him will be put in jail or be punished severely. So, nailan mo ni batasan si Prince Madali kay yung isa niya bakit ang tulo mababayi or oh yes, mabayi ko no mag-istorya kang Prince Magtugan is iya ko no ingado sa jail or sa punish. Then Prince Magtugan felt sad that his brothers were there. He found himself like a person without communicable disease. Everyone stayed away from him, even his women, even the people below. No one wanted to talk to him for fear for being jailed or severely punished by the king. So, what na yung mudukol sa Prince Magtugan kung pinahandog sila magpiso or parusahan sila. So, nag-uol si Prince Magtugan bahay. Wala man siya yung kuhaan. Field success niya kagalingon or as nakuha na po siya kung nana siya yung communicable disease. Then, unable to contain his grief, he decided to leave the kingdom and settle in a faraway land where he spent the rest of his life. So, decide na si Bantugan, si Prince Bantugan one day na maliit na his kingdom and spent sa hirap for his whole life. So, that's all about the Maranao effect. And thank you for listening.
Okay, good morning, ma'am. Good morning, classmates. So, we are still in Region Din, and my assigned topic is to discuss the size of the planting season by Mabel Topol, and to be followed by the continuation of the Raman, which is the Bantugan. So, the size of the planting season was created by Mabel Topol. She was born on April 18, 1880 and died on November 13, 1977. She was an American writer and anthropologist. She specialized in the study of ancient man and in studying the people of the Philippines. So she focused on the northern people she focused on the northern Luzon people, which specifically sa mga indigenous people. So, most of the cocktail includes both derived from northern Luzon, as what I've said, and ethnic groups in the Davao district in the island of Mindanao. Her collection of Philippine cocktails published in 1916, and these stories for children and cocktails are divided into 5 originating groups. Sa mga indigenous people, Indian and Igorot, the wild tribes of Mindanao, Moro and Christian. Christian here referred to the culture of people who had accepted the Christian faith, and it was a personal choice that informed their tales. So mostly ang iyang mga focus kay ang mga myth sa mga superstitious beliefs sa mga lumad mga tao or mga indigenous people, mostly sa northern Mindanao. Then, so her books include The Story of Primitive Man, The Story of Man, Savage, Gentleman, and Philippine Folktales. So as what I said, Philippine Folktales is divided into 5 originating groups. So Paul's Tales shares the wonder, magic, and superstition of the Philippines and gives American readers a new appreciation for their culture. So although she is an American anthropologist, Korea gihapon i-feature ang mga superstitious beliefs sa mga Pilipino. Kaya gihapon i-share sa kanang mga readers, ang ka-classic sa kanang mga patutuo ba sa mga Filipino people. So, the character of the signs of the planting season, or this was also called ganang magbangal sa particular sa Bukidnon, ang ilang tawag dyan is magbangal as an agricultural guide. So, ang character is magbangal. Magbangal was a great hunter who possessed magical hatchets and bolos and hunting wild boars for food. Yang kadang character is magbangal while living at home. So, ang setting kay Magbangal's house and Magbangal's farm. So let's proceed to the story. So si Magbangal was a great hunter. Focuses sa magical hatches and bolos. So near the planting season, no mauna-una siya ba parang sa ay ang ilang field kinahanglan na nilang reviewhan kaya irang i-rely ang kanang ang information sa iyang asawa. Niya na siya kasundan daw na lang yung buhaton. Yan din ang asawa niya nga pwede kumuban sa imo. Then, iyan i-decline ang kanang kuwan sa iyang asawa ng asawa. Hindi ka lang sa balay. Kaya ang iyang asawa man sa balay kay kanang atiman kay siya mag-prepare o pagkaon sa iyang bana. Atiman ang siya permit. Niya moto pagka next day kanang ang iyang asawa nag-prepare siya og kanang mga magkaon sa iyang bana kay mga to siya tiyan ang iyang bana. Ang iyang bana is wala man siya ni kaon sa prepare ng mga food sa iyang bana. Yang pagka-uto-uto na kanang nakabati ang iyang mga asawa sa nakaputo ng mga kahoy, nakaputo ng mga batong, something ginana niya. Iyang asawa naman ng wala pa maayo ko sa urbano ay kung nakakuha siya daghan kauban para mag-limpyo sa ilang field or sa ilang farm. Ano siya, mungat to kahapon. Mungat to out of curiosity, ingat ko siya sa field. Nagdangarang siya to, nakalantaw siya niya. Si Magbangal, pag-abot niya sa ilang field, kanang iyang gibutang ang katong mga hatches, ang mga bulos, ang mga axes, iyang ginaan, iyang gisuko, na siya nga. Sharpen yourselves into the stone. Yan mo to, ang mga pachiti, ang mga bulos, una, iyang ginaan nga, sharpen yourselves into the stone. Yan mo to, di pang, isa pa na, i-sharpen ganit, isaya.
Baino.
Mayroon. Ilang divide ang ilang mga cells sa stone. Yan mo to, pagkahait na nila, ingat naman sila, na sila sa tubangan ng Magbangal, kaya na siya ang kanang pamutan din yung mga kahoy, pamunaha ang mga siot. Yan mo to, si Magbangal po, huli ang sigurado, naglihok naman ang katong mga guna, ang mga hatches, ito. Yan mo to, parang, siya kay, naman siya hindi mga gamay ng bench nito, pero siya nito Itong siya nito, wala mga hatches, ang mga bulos ng trabaho, ng guna, ng sa kahoy niya. Ang iyang asawa, ang tawag yung curious siya, tumba ng mga kahoy niya. Pagka-doon na siya, nagpasalikod siya sa branch ng siguro to sa tree, o nagpasalikod siya sa branch ng sa tree, hindi siya. Niya nakakita siya ang mga machete, ang mga guna, ang mga bulos, kanang nagtrabaho galing o nabuto sa kahoy without guiding hands sa kanang mga tao niya. Arara siya nga, uy, powerful ba niya ito gana? Siya nga, how come nawala dyan ko kahibaw? Anak siya niya. Kanang, ang sanaoy si Magbangal po, nakapil siya nga, murag na something nga nagkita kay siya, observing sa iya ha. Niya mo to, pagbangon niya, naputo sa bodo sa kanyang hand. E dili man po yung kanang murag kay makakwitness nga uban while nagtrabaho ang mga kuan. Moto siya karang na putol ang iyang kamot tri ani kanang ni Magbangal. Ya moto niya na si Magbangal na kanang I think there is somebody's watching me or watching us. Ana siya. Kung kinsa ka man pagpakita, ya moto ang iyang asawa kanang trembling and shaking moto migawas sila nakita siya niya. Nada siya, ano mawang kanaminaw sa ako, kapag kuyo na sa palay, yan ni man ka. Namoto ni Holiday, kung nakumanan ni Holiday si Magbangal. Si Magbangal, ang iyang asawa. Pag-abot sa balay, yung asawa nag-prepare kung ka ng mga pagkaon, kaya para kang Magbangal, si Magbangal, hindi kung kaon, hindi kayo ka ng ba. Moto, pagkataw-taw dato, niya anak siya, mas maayon pa siguro magbuwag ta, niya anak siya, magbuwag ta, kanang ako kuno mumadto ko sa sky para mahimo siyang constellation ba as a sign of planting season. O niya, ingon sa siya, ikaw po kuno, niya asawa yan din na, ikaw po, balik na to sa sapa, kahimong isda. Yung moto, kung kumanana, nagbuwag sila si Magbangal, nahimo siyang constellation sa sky. Niya ang iyang asawa kay himo ka ng fish sa sapa. So, according to kanang So, is mga agricultural guide sa kanang Bukidnon. So, magbangal ko no is the astrology of Bukidnon according to Amorsolos Galactic. So, kanang the mythical associations of different scholars shared in common that associated constellation was related to kana sa ilahang agricultural planting season sa Mindanao ay sa Bukidnon. So, Bukidnon use of magpakas position in the night sky to indicate the climate for the period as described by o katong si Cole, iyang mga superstitious na kanang mga belief, iyang mga myth, na mga kalantuan. So the rising early evening indicates the cold dry season. So cold dry season na siya niya. Kuan ang hot dry season kay setting indicates the increase in humidity that signifies the approaching rainy season. So the Bukidnon align their agricultural activity in accordance with the climate. So magbangal rises in the early evening, mid-December, signifying the start of the clearing or field after the harvest. So muna siya kung ma-observe guide niya nga during mid-December, si magbangal, high up na galing siya sa sky. Muna na during sa clearing sa ilang mga fields kay baging season na kasunod. And then, during the times that magbangal culminates early in the evening, the weather in the country is hot and dry. So, with longer days and dry warm, it becomes ideal for the Bukidnons to do their kaingin. So, kung si kaingin, kaya mo na siyang, di ba, sa ilang certain field or gawin na forest, sulubod. So, mo na siya, kaya kuwan man, mga dry season during sa mga dry season. So the ashes of the burned weeds and dead trees help in fertilizing the land. O sa panahon na kay kapantay ka, dili man matangkanon ang mga sinulog sa daan na nila kay ma-turn ba to siya in organic fertilizer ba na? O mato siya makapanalo kung sa ito kay ang land man kay itong siya basta na ay mga ashes from the burning ng mga trees, mga branches. Ito siya. Lastly, when magbangal is early in the evening, indicating the increasing humidity, which signifies the rainy season. Planting is favorable, so and its application by the Bukidnos in the agricultural practices. So, ito siya. So, magbangal is a testament with that. So, ito siya kanang, di ba kay mostly sa kanto northern Luzon kay Kilimanjaro niya, di ba ang ilang pinaka-staple dyan ng mga foods kay di ka man sa kanang ilan yung mga farm, mga na ilang mga livelihood. Kaya di man sila pareho sa kanang sa mga syudad-syudad na ba nga na ay mga isa na eh. Ang kanaba kailangan sector man na eh, ang ilang mga appliances pa na or machines. Ang ilang mga machines ay mga buwan na kaayo. Na iba, like natatay mga harvesters, natatay mga planters. Sa ilang, kailangan man sila o ganang mga instruments pa. So, muna sila nag-rely na lang kung sila sa mga muna, ang magbangal, ilan na lang ihimong science sa constellation, yung magbangal, ilan na lang ihimong science sa kanasyang planting season. Ito siya. So, here is the plot of the myth. So the exposition, may magbangal was a great hunter who possessed magical hatchets and bolos and hunted wild boars for food. One day near the planting season, magbangal thought that their field needed to be cleared and set out to go just the following day. Magbangal came to his wife and his wife asked if she could go with him, but magbangal refused and told her to stay at home. So modern siya ito. Yan na yung asawa na ubat mo yung wala itutugan. Next, the rising action. So, muna siya magbangasad daw on the lynch, he made and surprisingly with his powers, he commanded the axes and bolos to sharpen themselves on the stone and cut off the grass and trees. His wife in the house was surprised after hearing the continuous falling of trees. Sumudo ako ingon nga kanang na-curious siya. Na-curious siya kung sa kalawang nakuha ang mga tao sa iyong para makatabang siya sa field. Modo siya. Then, climax, when she is settling brooks towards the field. Niya yan i-observe kung sa ibuhat sa mga hatches. Ito siya. Then she saw the bolos and axes working without a hand holding them. She was surprised and thought how her husband is so powerful and she did not know. Ito siya. That was when Magba and suddenly for a bolo had just cut off his arm. Buto nga, dili man naging pwede niya ka ng may nakawitness na uwan, so naapit ang cut sa mga bolos ang arm. Then the following action, Magba told his wife who he thinks was watching. Then his wife came out trembling and asked why she didn't listen. When they returned home, Magba's wife prepared something to eat. Magba refused it and said it would be better for him to go to the sky beside people with the plant and command her wife to go to the water and become fish. Sumunod siya. Then, resolution. He split up where Magba went to the sky beside people for planting and his wife prepared for him to make a fish as what he commanded. So, muna lang, gamit yung karoon sa mga bukid doon. During sa ilang planting season, mag-observe na sila permanente sa constellation. Na kung pang-low na gani, kung pang-low gani, kaya kung ano siya, kanang full dry season, kung pang-equal gani, hot dry season muna, magkailin sila. Ito siya. Think until kay how men are more dominating in a relationship and how this result to a poor situation for woman, planting season, constellation, magic, and fantasy. So kapag tayo mas sa kalinamit kay mas powerful jud ang men, sukat ko man jud sa una. More dominating jud kay sa ang men niya, mga babae, sunod-sunuran lang. Sumunod siya. Yeah. Sa command, di ka nang magbakal na ibalik jud sa river, ang wife and turn into a fish. Next. So let's proceed to Bantugan. So the Bantugan was a continuation of the Raman. So the Raman is the longest epic in the Philippines. So Bantugan is an epic story told in a Greek oral tradition of the Maranao tribes. So it is a story about the prince Bantugan, the great warrior of the king of Bumbaran. And then this is a legend of Maranao tribes or Moros. Maranao tribes or Moros of Mindanao in the valley of Rio de Mindanao. The name Bantugan is the ones who makes history kay di ba sa ako kay magamit ko din nato na term. So Bantugan mo kay ato na kami, so the ones who makes history Bantugan. So wala siya. He is the foremost hero of the Maranao epic, the Maranao epic, the Raman, which is the longest epic in the Philippines. So the epic of Bantugan is an ancient type because it has no definite author, but it's just passed down from generation to generation. So here is the characters of the Bantugan. Si Prince Bantugan, great warrior who died and resurrected. Si King Madali, jealous brother of Bantugan. Miss Tuyao, great enemy of Bantugan. Princess Galimbang, found and brought Bantugan back Bantugan to Bumbaran. And then the king of the kingdom between the king of the kingdom between Moses, the parrot, the messenger, Mabaling, a counselor that accompanied him and the event, and sitting, kingdom of Bumbaran, kingdom between two seas. So, just like what Gisami discussed kanina about sa Daraman, so Bantugan was a prince of Bumbaran, and his brother was si King Madali. So, si King Madali was get introduced sa iyang brother na si Bantugan because Bantugan man is ganing sa naayon. Nagay sa iyang tanan, murag ma-charm ang mga babae sa iyaha ba? Ma-charm ang mga babae sa iyahan niya. Katong nakabalita ato ang kanang si King Madali, nag-release siya o kanang rule nga which he prohibited nga ang every woman or kung kinsa man nga makikistorya kang bantugan na ay punishment. Muto siya na ay punishment. And then, or na ay punishment or pwede po siya under pain of death. Then, kato nga pa ng order ni King Madali naka-overheard or nabalitaan ni Bantugan. And then sa Bantugan, kaya murag siya isad kaayo siya pagkabali niya at ma-order sa iyang brother niya Moto. Ni-decide siya nga tulig sa bumbaran niya mag-travel siya o siya ra. Niya katong nag-travel siya, dili man niya feel ang iyang adventure ba sa iyang pag-travel. Moto nagkasakit siya. Niya katong nagkasakit siya, nagkasakit siya because of great sorrow. Kaya wala man din matiyafil ang iyang travel. So he feels sick. So due to his great sorrow, he feels sick and he died in front of the kingdom of between two seas. Moto. So the king of the kingdom between two seas and his sister si Princess Datimbang kay curious sila and worried kung unsay kanang hinungdan sa mysterious death ni Bantugan na wala man sila kailang ng sa to. And then sumoto nga kanang si the king of the kingdom between two seas o si Princess Datimbang wala man sila kailan ni Bantugan, nagpatawag sila o kanang bulog or people kanang gathering. Moto nagpatawag sila o bulog o kanang mga counselor. Tawag sila ng mga counselor. So kanang while kanang nag-meeting sila kung sa ilang buhaton sa kanang dead body ni Bantugan na ay niyabot na kanang parrot. Yan ingon ang parrot si Prince Bantugan daw to. Yung ang parrot na si Prince Bantugan daw to magikan sa bumbaran. Ato na tayo ang parrot, iyan ibalik na ang King Madali kung sa inahitabo ni Bantugan. So, pagka-overheard po ato ni King Madali, kuwan siya he was very sad niya mo. Nalidari rin siya kanto sa kingdom between two seas. Nalidari siya kanto sa kingdom between two seas. So mo to pag-ibaw ni King Madali sa balita sa parrot, he was very sad and nalidari rin siya kanang adto sa langit para bawion ang soul ni parbawin ng soul ni Prince Bantugan. Pagbalik niya, idana niya ang soul ni Prince Bantugan. Niabot po si Princess Datimbang nala ang dead body ni Bantugan. So, pag-abot ni Princess Datimbang sa kanang bumbaran, nagdamon sa soul si kanang King Madali ilan balik ang soul ni Bantugan sa iyang dead na body. So, ito resurrected si kanang kuan. When King Bantugan resurrected, the whole kingdom celebrated. And then when Miss Buyaw heard the news that King Bantugan was died, moto ni kuan sila nilusot sila sa kanang kuan sa kingdom bumbaran niya kanang gihunong sa mga kawal sa mga kingdom bumbaran na kailangan pa ng celebration kaya nalipaglawan man sila sa mga kawal ni Siyaw. Moto siya although ato nga time kanang si King Bantugan kanang week pagay siya kasi walang siya Gapos siya pero katong gigapos na to siya pero after parts nabalik na po ang iyang kanang kusog. Ibalik ang iyang kusog ang iyang kanang so natanggal tayo ako niya ang kanang panggapos ang ipanggapos sa iya niya pagka niya sa gigapos sa iya mamatay ang kanang tanan ng mga kawal ni kanang kuan ni kawal ni Kristiyaw niya mo to na safe ihap ni kanang king batugan ang kingdom of Kumaran. Ito siya niya. Pagkakuman lang na ilan ihapon ni continue ang ilang celebration as kanang king batugan resurrected niya. Si King Madali po siya wala ang introduce sa iyang heart para sa iyang brother na si King Batugan. Niya mo to pagkakuman ato, di ba kayo? Dahil man kayo sa mga making niya kanang na-charm Jud ni kanang King Bantogan. So after ato, ang tanan nga gusto sa iya ang ipakaslan. Iya ang ipakaslan niya. Moto ka lang, gidawat kayo siya ni King Manali na ang brother ka lang na sila ay close na sila na brother ay nagdawat sila. Moto ka lang, dili, actually ever after. There is the platform na exposition and all kingdom being King Madali and all kingdom being mabubuan na siya King Madali Lord over the kingdom and the king was not converted. The rising action the king told everyone not to communicate with the prince anymore so siya katong na prohibit siya ang news King Madali. Ang climax kay Bantugan being inside after knowing the command from the king, he decided to travel around the world. Due to his great sorrow, he fell sick in his travel and posted to die at the door of the kingdom in the land of Musings. Following action, King Madali, after knowing the death of Bantugan, repented of his cruelty. Together with Babanang, they go immediately to heaven to request the return of Bantugan's soul. And after certain ceremonies and rites to bring back the soul of Bantugan, the prince back to life and everyone celebrated. His kuya, the enemy of Bantugan, attacked Kumaran because he believed that Bantugan is really dead and the defects of the kingdom is now laid. The resolution, even his kuya has a large number of men, but Bantugan and his son still won the fight even at first. Bantugan was crippled and still weak. After the fight, Bantugan married all his girlfriend and King Madali, his brother, is not anymore envious of Bantugan. In the conflict, man versus man, the theme is jealousy and power. Point of view, third person point of view. Then the moral lesson, be contented of what you are and what you have. You don't have to be jealous of others because everyone is different, beautiful, and every successful in their place. So, kung unsay na sa imong igsuot, imong sister, imong brother, dili ka dapat may sa iyakan different man na unique. Every individual is unique and people have our different definition of being beautiful, being handsome. All we have to accept, all we have to do is to be contented kung unsay na sa atuan dili na mo demand o kanang mas labaw pa sa kito benefit nato. So that's all for today.